If you aren't using NotebookLM, you really should be. So NotebookLM is an AI-powered research assistant that can transform your materials into interactive and engaging student-ready content. So this is one of Google's AI tools, and it can summarize content, generate custom study guides, and review questions, spark student inquiry, create student-friendly podcasts for auditory support, and so much more. So one problem with AI is whether you're using ChatGPT or Copilot, it's not perfect, right? We know this, but when you ask a question, sometimes it'll pull in an answer, cite a source that doesn't exist, or generate something that is completely false. We call those AI hallucinations. So the great thing about NotebookLM is that you can create your own custom notebook where you can upload your own sources. So whether that's a guide, a handbook, a PDF, or a different resource, and it will only generate answers or other materials based on the resource that you upload. So let me show you how this works. So you're going to navigate to notebooklm.google.com. Make sure you're signed into your Google account. That's really important. And then first things first, we're going to create a new notebook. So you can either create new right here with this button, or you can create a new notebook right here. So I'm going to select that. And then this will pop up and you can see right here that you can create audio and video overviews from your own sources, whether that's a YouTube video, whether that's a file that you upload, a file in your drive, or copied text. So I'm not going to use this box right here because I don't want to search the web. So if you look below, I have a specific source that I want to use. So I'm going to use the AI guidelines in the ADLA handbook. So I'm going to pop over there really quickly. Okay, I'm going to copy those guidelines. I'm going to go back over here. And I'm going to select copied text right here. I'm going to paste that in and select insert. So it might take a few seconds, but you can see that the source is saved right over here in this left-hand sidebar. And it's already pulling in a quick overview of the resource right here. So I'm going to go ahead and name my notebook really quickly. I'm going to call this AI Guidelines just for easy access, and so I can easily find it if I need to. And then if I scroll below, you can see that it generated a few questions right here that I can click on, and it will generate an answer using only the resource that I uploaded. So I know it's going to be correct and it's not pulling in information from random places. So this chat is where I can interact and ask questions just like you would with Gemini or ChatGPT, but it's not pulling in random responses from all different places. It's only using my source that I uploaded. And you could add additional sources if you wanted to, which is really great. You could just go over here and select add sources and continue building. You can add in PDFs, YouTube videos, whatever that might be to kind of create your sources list. I'm just using one for right now. So those questions are great, but I have a specific question. So I want to ask the chat, what AI tools can I use at my school that are in line with the policy? So I'm going to select enter and see what it generates. Okay, so it might take a few seconds to load, but again, it generates the answer based on the source that I uploaded. So you can see its answer right here that it pulled from the source, and it generated additional questions so I can continue to dive deeper into this line of thinking. It's asking what counts as restricted information in my prompt. What does the policy say about AI and human discernment? How should I report a potential policy violation? So super helpful to kind of keep digging into this resource and understanding better how I'm supposed to use the AI guidelines. So you can see how helpful this is and how much more reliable it is because it's grounded in sources that I specify. So this is great for a student handbook, uploading your school schedule, and really anything. It's really helpful. So now students could also use this. You can create a notebook where you only upload specific sources that you want the students to be able to use. And then they could come in here and use the chat feature, and you know that it's only pulling answers from the sources that you specified. So to share this with students, you would just go up to the share button right here. Click on that. So you could come in here and write a welcome note for your users. So when they open it up, there could be further instructions or guidelines on how to use this notebook. And then here's where you can control access. They can have access to the full notebook, or you can limit it to chat only. So I would suggest chat only if you're kind of wanting to limit the access that students have of this notebook. And then you just select copy link and share that with your students. So there's really so much you can do with NotebookLM. You could upload classroom materials, a slide deck, and students could use it as a study guide. There are a lot of ways you could use this personally and then with students as well. So NotebookLM really is one of those tools that you should be using to save so much time and really enhance student learning. So hopefully you found this tip helpful, and we'll check out NotebookLM. Thanks so much for watching.